Show. Today I'll be showing you some bit of magic. This little thing, buying the new Fiesta ST, my baby. Lots of dirty and illegal things. Hello comrades and welcome to the second and for me the final press day of the Geneva Motor Show. Today I'll be showing you some extra models that I wasn't able to show you yesterday, but before that let me say a huge thank you to Ford for inviting me to the Geneva Motor Show and making me go further. It was definitely the best motor show edition for me. Another very important update. I told you that we're very interested in buying the new Fiesta ST for Apex. Unfortunately, the car will be only available as of 2018. This means that we're gonna have to do it with the current outgoing model, and which we are currently already busy with, because Robert went back to Germany yesterday and he already started searching for a good version for Apex. So stay tuned for that, but now let's have a look at some other cars. And the first brand or stand that I'm visiting is also the one that I told you more 2 days ago when I was here at the preview day. It is Rimac. I wanted to know how they called. I asked the guys. It's in international way. It's called Rimac, and they are responsible, apart from building kick-ass cars, they are also responsible to do a lot of other electric technology. For example, this is a battery pack from Koenigsegg Regera, or actually for Koenigsegg Regera. But apart from that, they develop a lot of other crazy, should I say, electrifying and shocking, to be punny, technology. For example, here, the drivetrain, where you combine carbon fiber, gold, sprinkle a bit of magic over it, and then you have a very efficient drivetrain that allows negative torque vectoring, something they explained to me, but I will not go too much into detail with that because I really want to visit those guys, and I also invited them over to the Nürburgring. I'm very looking forward to see those cars because they have around between 1200 and 1300 horsepower depending on the version. And if you follow the Nürburgring and EV developments, you may know that last year a Chinese company, I believe called EP9, the model, has set a very interesting car record on the Nürburgring. I believe the full lap was 7 minutes 10, which is very impressive. So who knows if we can beat them with that. And let's have a quick look inside, maybe. Thank you very much. So the interior is really hypercar up to today's standards. High quality leather, lots and lots of carbon fiber. The whole chassis is of course carbon fiber, and the most impressive part is it is manufactured in-house. Every single component is manufactured in-house. So the carbon fiber, leather of course, suspension components. Well, the suspension, the shocks are from KW, I've seen the brake discs are from Brembo, and another company manufacturing the wheels, but it's their own design. But apart from that, everything, and most importantly the technology behind, is done by Rimac themselves. A lot of very cool features.
Something that you will like.
I like something else already. The trip is 21 kilometers, that's the length of Nürburgring. So I think
this
torque distribution.
Rear-wheel drive, or today you are a pussy. All-wheel drive, or anything in between.
Yeah, so this is if you are a pussy, and this if you want to get pussy. Wow, because you go full drifting, sideways, picking up chicks. Nice, very nice. Very high-tech. Like a spaceship. The shit is bananas! Not really a new model or a concept, but a car that me and probably you as well gonna see a lot this year at Nürburgring VLN Championship. M6 GT3 by Falcon. And well, I must say the Falcon color scheme does suit this car. And since we're talking about Nürburgring, let's have a look at this car, Infiniti Project Black S. I'm sure Boosted Boris would make a funny pun out of it, but it's based on Infiniti Q60, and you can tell by the looks and the styling that it is going to be a competitor of BMW M4 and Alfa Romeo Giulia. The only thing I have to tell about this car, well, first of all, the performance-wise, they told that they're aiming to have a quarter more percentage than the current top engine, which is currently delivering 400 horsepower, so this will be around 500 plus. Another thing is that I really need to say, 2 years ago Infiniti brought the Eau Rouge concept, which had the engine of the Nissan GT-R. Where is it? That. So I really hope that it will not happen to this car, because if you ask me, they definitely have missed the opportunity with the Eau Rouge, because that could have been the Giulia killer. And right now, well, everyone appreciates Giulia a lot. So I hope that they will continue developing this thing, and we will see it in, I don't know, a couple of years at the Nürburgring. And then there is this, something that Boosted Boris would probably say that he'd like to see it on the Nürburgring as well, crashed against the barrier. But yeah, I will probably be quiet about it. Or yeah, this. What's up with the hood scoop? I mean, the engine is in the back. What's this for? But I guess we can ask the same about this wing combination. And then there is this little thing. Look, it's actually smaller than my hand. And if you're wondering, it's Brabus 125 with 125 horsepower, 200 Newton meters. And if you want to know the price, if the performance isn't shocking, well, the price is definitely is, because it's only 70,000 Swiss francs. And it comes stock with 3 exhausts like Ferrari 458. And then there's lots of attention for Mercedes new GT 4-door concept. And what can I say about it? It's a concept, so we can see that they have chosen to have cameras instead of mirrors, something which was implemented on Aventador Urus concept, but in the end they decided to go for mirrors. I think Bugatti Chiron also had this option initially, but then they couldn't do it for some reason. So my thought is this car is definitely going to be in production at some point, because the market for those cars is definitely there, like Panamera, but it will definitely be changed. You know what would be really great? If you would replace the Siri for M, the new BMW M5 Touring, or just M5, not even Touring. But no, sorry. And then McLaren has swapped the white 720 as of yesterday for this amazing, wonderful, I don't even know the name of the color, red. It goes from dark red up to more lighter red in the back. The paint job is truly breathtaking. Very cool car. And then there are comrades from Russia, namely Top Car, who brought 2 cars with them, the GLE Coupe Inferno. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of it, but then again, I'm not a big fan of a GLE in its stock form. I think the car is a bit too much. And it's called Coupe by having 4 doors, but this one, the Turbo S, fully in carbon fiber with nice aerodynamic elements from a GT3 RS, is very nice. They also do a lot of interior upgrades. You can see here all custom leather. I remember 5 years ago when I first met the company, they utilized lots and lots of crocodile leather when it was very hip back then, but now it has become more sophisticated, and on average, when you look at the average customer car, it's less, you know, in your face, not that flashy. So they do use some elements, but usually painted in a body color without having carbon fiber exposed, but it's possible. And I really like that a company from Russia does those kind of things on such a level. I'm really happy for them. But there are carbon fiber Porsches and carbon fiber Porsches. Something I told you 2 days ago during my sneak preview. Roof, the company that makes Porsches. And like I told you, if you don't know what a Yellowbird is, then what are you doing on my channel? Go look it up, because the lap of the Nürburgring with this 1987 roof CTR is just simply breathtaking. I mean, I can go on and joke for hours about the size of the balls of the drivers, the way that he was driving it. It just look for yourself, okay? But 1987, 400 horsepower. 30 years later, 2 days ago, Roof has presented this, the CTR of 2017, which is full carbon fiber body, and it is not a refined Porsche like Roof is used to do. It's complete own chassis. So back in 1987, 400 horsepower was sufficient to impress people. 2017, 30 years later, well, you should probably double that amount. And right now it has around 700 horsepower. And to stop all this madness, 700 horsepower, you need some good brakes. So this classy looking car has carbon ceramic brakes, push rod suspension, and damn, I can talk about this thing for hours, but unfortunately I don't have the time. And also have a look at the interior. Minimalism is the key. Analog minimalistic philosophy. I would do lots of dirty and illegal things just to have even a passenger ride on that thing on Nordschleife. Please, Mr. Roof, can I have a passenger ride sometime? And then I also, something for people who are not familiar with the brand Porsche, need to show you this. This is actually the first 911, but it's called 901, and the idea was to also have it called 901, but then Peugeot, you know, that French manufacturer, has apparently patent on having a car name with the 3 numbers with a 0 in between. How can you patent that? Well, but anyway, Peugeot went to Porsche and said, please rename it, and that's how 901 became 911. So small history lesson. And to finish our exposition of roof, have a look at this Porsche. But it's actually roof, it's not Porsche. And then we have arrived at Toyota, and what you see is actually what you don't see, because where is the GT86? It's still a new model. You facelifted it last year and we got one. Where is it? And I'm not even gonna try and ask for a turbocharged version, because I guess that will just never come. But maybe the new Supra soon? At least they do have some motorsports present on their stand. So here this WRC Yaris version, crazy aerodynamics. And this car, very close to my heart, the Toyota LMP1 Le Mans WEC car, which unfortunately had some very nasty setback last year because it just stopped. The engine went, well, probably broken on the last lap of Le Mans. But luckily, we will be back, reborn and ready with all our might. The fight is not over. So I'm very looking forward to see Toyota competing and hopefully winning 2017 of Le Mans. See, I'm not a Porsche fanboy for all those Lamborghini fanboys. And then finally, Alpine A110, the production version. The car is finally going to be released and available for purchase. It's going to be amazing little sports car with 1,100 kilograms, 0 to 100 in 4.5 seconds, 250 horsepower, and those numbers make it an amazing sports car. And I must say, there is a very, very big chance that we Apex are going to get one for one of our fleet. And since Alpine is kind of related to Renault, let me just say one only thing that I have to say about Renault this year. This is a Megane GT. Renault, where is Megane RS? No? Okay, then I'm done. But unlike Renault, Honda did show its new Civic Type R. And 2 years ago, when they introduced the previous model, it did have the record of being the fastest front-wheel drive car on the Nordschleife. So I'm really wondering whether they're gonna do the same this year, or well, the coming year with this model, and if that would be an extra reason for us or any other Nordschleife enthusiast to buy one. Because for now, well, if you don't have money for Ferrari 458 and you want a car with 3 exhausts, then that's the car to go for. I think it's mandatory for me to stop by at Volkswagen stand and have a look at the Volkswagen Up. Well, there's a Volkswagen Up Eco or Eco Up, which is probably fully electric, and over there a small red one which is upbeats, probably with some fancy sound system, which is in my opinion probably way too overpriced, where you pay a lot for the brand. You know what I'm missing? Up GTI. That would be damn amazing. Hi Shmi. Hi. And bye Shmi. See you. See you. So yeah, this is it for Geneva International. Goodbye. Geneva International Motor Show 2017. We're saying goodbye to Shmi. We only said hi to him. Also a lot of other cool guys from Cars and Coffee and everyone else. And yeah, hi, bye. Cars and Coffee. Come to Cars and Coffee International.
Is this live?
No.
I was hoping it was live.
No, but you can still do your thing.
This is fantastic. Oh, Mr. Carson Coffee.
Mr. Carson Coffee, the one and only.
This is like the new global phenomenon, actually.
Okay, cool, nice.
Signatures, you can get them at Brescia, 9th of April, right?
Come all to Brescia, yeah.
So
Okay.
we're going to do a special unveiling of his new car, which is, of course, Italian.
Yeah. But now I got a flight to catch. The definitive exit. Well, this is it. Geneva Motor Show 2017. My 5th time ever anniversary and probably one of the best ones. But I will go into detail on that probably tomorrow or something. Surprise face.
Yeah, I lost a bit because I said you were gonna be the first one through the door, but you were like number 24.
I said 16.
At least not 7 or 9. My baby! Yay!
Look how happy she is.
Yay!
Misha, you're back!
Oh! 0 kilometers
Again.